morning, everybody. This is Bob Moore, and I want to talk about weight management, health, and nutrition. There's three parts to it. Eat and drink right, exercise right, rest and relax right. Let's talk about eating and drinking the right things at the right time, the right combination, and the right amounts. That's the key to feeding the system. There's three parts to us. We got the noggin. That's everything from the neck up. That's kind of the control center, sort of the computer of our body. Then we got the digitals. That's the arms and the legs and whatever's attached to them. And they kind of get us the things we need out of life. And then what's left is called the belly. Now, there are a lot of fancy words for our physical makeup, but that's how I put me together. And all three of them have got to play a part in our weight management, in our health, and our nutrition. Let's talk about eating and drinking the right things at the right time and the right amounts and the right combination. I look for three things. There are a lot more, but the three I look for is the protein. The protein replaces all the cells that burn out. And that gets important as you get to be 80 years old. Then there's the carbs, the carbohydrates. That's kind of the fuel that gets the energy going. It's like a furnace that you got to get that fuel in there to get the heat going. And then there's the fat. And you got to have a little fat. That's the grease and the oil that kind of gets the digitals moving around and gets all the looseness going. And that's just about it. Now, we can make a fortune going to school to learn how to work with the other names to it, but those are the names I use. The noggin, the digitals, and the belly. Let's look at protein. You got to put the protein in. It's the meat, it's the shrimp, and it's the fish, and it's the turkey and the chicken and the white pork, like the pork chops. And there's others, but that's the main thing. And then the good carbs. That's the fruits and the vegetables and the fats. Coconut oil, olive oil, the salad dressing. My gauge is kind of simple. Make a fist, kind of turn it over, and that's about how much steak you'd put on there. Might be a good fillet. Stack it with some shrimp. That'd be about how much shrimp you'd want. Some turkey slices, some chicken. Now, the secret is don't use all this fried food because that gets you in trouble. Kind of bake it or grill it, but stay away from the frying. Stay away from all the gravies and things. There's some enemies that have kind of cropped up in my lifetime, and I call them the preservatives. The things that make the food in the grocery store stay on the shelf a long, 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 long time if it doesn't get sold. That's the stuff they put in the hamburgers at the Burger Doodles so that they don't go bad and they can kind of be out and then put back in the refrigerator and then be out and put back in the refrigerator. And over the period of time, those preservatives, those things got lots of sodium in them, have caused us a lot of problems. In our belly, that's our furnace, if things don't get burned up, they stay in there. And if they don't kind of go to pieces, they kind of hang in there and causes a very, very severe disease called Dunlap's. That's where your belly Dunlapped over your belt. And oh my golly, when you see how many people are suffering from that disease, it is downright scary. So the three things we want to work on are the proteins, the carbs, and a little bit of fat. Now, a new word cropped up in my vocabulary called hydration. My friends who train, my friends who run, my friends who do triathlons talk about you got to have hydration. And they talk about you need a gallon of water a day. Now that's quite a bit of water, but let's work at it. It didn't happen overnight, but when I decided that I was going to watch my weight and was going to get my blood pressure in check, and I was going to feel better and I was going to live longer, I really work on getting that hydration. Folks, that's it. It's that simple. Now, I'll tell you what I do. First thing every morning, within 15 minutes out of hitting that floor, and when I hit that floor, and I got blood pressure. Everything else is an extra added benefit. And the first thing I do when I hit the kitchen is I pop me a can of what's called Body Burn. It's a wellness drink, and it's got a lot of protein in it. It's got fiber, and fiber is kind of the sandpaper that cleans out my belly. And it's got a lot of other benefits, but that's the main thing, is it kind of gets things moving and sandpapered out in there. So I eat and drink the right things in the right amounts, in the right combinations, at the right time. Now, I tweak it all the time, but that's basically all I needed to know to get started on my Eat Right. If that makes sense, tell two people. And I want you to get that finger out there and point. And I want you to say, if Bob can do it, I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. Until the next time we meet, you hang in there, and I'll see you again.